Alright guys, it's Alpha Heavy Gamer back again, and I want to talk about my top 5 wishlist planes for the next patch. I know we just came off of an update, but there's another update coming probably September-ish time frame, so it's not the big one at the end of the year. So I'm going to try to keep things a little bit realistic here. So no Fox 3 capable planes. I know of course we already have the F-14, but I think for Fox 3 capable jets, I think they're saving those for the last update of the year. So like I said, I'm going to limit these to something a little bit more realistic, but I still think pretty interesting, and a lot of these should have already have been here really. All right, so number one here is going to be the A10C. So, in the last update, we got the Su25T Frogfoot and the premium Su39. So kind of only fair that we get the American version of those jets, which is the A10C. And like the upgraded Su25s, the A10C comes with a lot of upgrades of its own. And one of the major upgrades was the Scorpion helmet mounted queuing system, which is the world's first full color helmet mounted queuing system. Now this HMCS adds a tremendous amount of situational awareness to planes like the A10C. So maybe in air realistic battles you wouldn't probably get the full capability out of it, but certainly in something like Sim, the Scorpion might really prove its worth. So one of the major upgrades that I'm looking forward to on the A10C is the Advanced Precision Kill Weapon System, which are basically laser guided 70mm Hydra rockets. So really lethal weapon system, turning regular rockets into mini ATGMs nearly. And also with this version of the jet, we could get more advanced versions of the Maverick, the AGM-65E and F. There's more advanced targeting pods, the AAQ-28 Lightning pod. I really would like Gaijin to bring in ECM jammers for radar-based threats. The ALQ-131 ECM pod for the A10 would be nice to see. I know we already have the infrared countermeasures on the Su-39, but I would like them to start bringing in ECM for radar threats. Probably not until the end of the year though, but I guess I can wish for it, right? The A10C will also have a missile approach warning system, and all of these upgrades really bring the A10 in line with the Russian Su-25T and Su-39 that's already in the game. Alright, so next up in the number 2 spot is the Dassault Dornier Alpha Jet. Now I'm really surprised that this jet hasn't already shown up in the game, but the Luftwaffe bought about 175 of these aircraft up to about 1983. They use it to replace some G91s. They call it the Alpha Jet A. It's a small, cheap, compact, close air support aircraft. With a 27mm or 30mm gun pod. It carried AM-9Ls, carried bombs and rockets. There was an ICE version that was planned for the Alpha Jet that was gonna be able to carry Mavericks, but that got canceled. So if Gaijin ever gets around to putting in proposed and canceled upgrades in game, maybe we'd get an Alpha Jet ICE, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Alright, so next up, number 3 is the F-111A Aardvark. So this long-range strike and interdiction fighter bomber, it looks amazing. Swing wings. Does it carry bombs? Yes, lots of bombs. Laser-guided bombs, dumb bombs, Durandals for killing or cratering runways. It also carried a weird bomb, the AGM-130, which was basically a rocket-boosted version of a GBU-15, which would be, I guess, unique to see into the game. It also carried AM-9 Sidewinders for self-defense in a weird configuration, but it did carry them. It also had something called a terrain following radar, which, we probably wouldn't get much benefit from that in air realistic battles, but maybe if Gaijin modeled it, it would be something to, to look forward to in Sim. Alright, there are many versions of the F-111. I'm starting off with the F-111A first, but there is also an F-111B, which was actually F-111 that the Navy tested that fitted Phoenixes. It was actually going to be the fleet defense fighter, but it kind of didn't work out and they went with the F-14. There's also the F-111C, which Australia flew, and then there's an FB-111, which was Strategic Air Command, a little bit bigger wingspan. and then there's a couple more upgrades after that. So you can, if you love F-111s, you can look forward to many of them coming to the game. All right, so up next in number 4 is an aircraft I don't hear a lot of people requesting or talking about unless you're a hardcore Italian main, and that's the AMX International, or the AMX A11 Ghibli for the Italian Air Force. Now this aircraft is roughly equivalent to a Jaguar, it looks like to me. It's able to carry sidewinders for self-defense, has rockets, dumb bombs, laser guided bombs. It also has a 20mm gun, Vulcan. So robust aircraft that is doing the job. Nobody really talks about it, but I think Italy should have probably had this plane a long time ago. Alright, so number 5 here is the Su24 Fencer. This long-range strike and interdiction aircraft roughly fills the same role as the F-111, can carry R-60s for self-defense, has a 23mm gun, and can carry bombs. Yes, all kinds of bombs, laser-guided bombs, like I said, lots of them. Carries air-to-surface missiles as well. It would be a good addition. Russia just got the Su-25T and the Su-39, so they're not really hurting for close air support platforms or strike platforms at all. So eventually this jet will come. Hopefully, maybe it would be cool if they timed it when the F-111 came. You know, 2 swing wing interdiction bombers that kind of look the same and fulfill the same roles. But anyway, let me know what you guys think with my top 5 wish list aircraft. Would you add something different, or are these, at least some of them, planes you've been looking forward to? Alright guys, so that's all I got for today. Hit that thumbs up button to support the channel, and I'll see you in a future video. Thanks.